For many months, a young boy cried himself to sleep, worried as to what could have happened to his mother over the past 6 years. In her absence, his father, Sharad-ananda Narine, was the closest thing he had, the person he trusted the most. That trust was shattered yesterday afternoon when the 10-year-old became aware of the fact that his mother was buried in the same yard where he ate, slept, and played for close to 7 years.
The remains was found at the back of the house in a shallow grave which was about 3 feet in depth. So far we believe the body is that of Babita Sarjou. Nevertheless, for us to determine that 100% with certainty, we will need to do DNA testing. We have already obtained samples from the relative, and we also obtained samples from the remains, so we'll be sending up those samples to Trinidad sometime maybe this week or early next week.
Crime Chief Wendell Blanhum, just a few weeks after reopening the missing persons case of Babita Sarjou, has turned everything around, and the case has now become a homicide. After an intense interrogation, the woman's reputed husband led investigators to the shallow grave at the back of the yard where the skeletal remains of the young woman were found, along with pieces of clothing.
All I wish to commend the investigators. After hours and days of painstaking investigation, they were able to solicit crucial information which would have led to this breakthrough. And no longer are we treating the matter as a missing person, it is now a homicide.
When the DNA samples are sent to Trinidad, it will take some time before the results are returned to Guyana. But according to Blanhum, this will not prevent police from instituting charges against Narine and his friend, All Boys Town resident Daryl Pronton.
We have established a case against both suspects, and we are in contact with the police legal advisor from the initial stage of the investigation, and very soon we'll be able to receive her legal opinion as it relates to instituting charges against both men.
Reports are that on the night of the Diwali motorcade in 2010, Sarjou left her mother's Timiri East Bank Demerara home to meet her estranged husband and 4-year-old son. Headline News understands that when the woman got into the front seat of her husband's car, his friend Pronto was in the back seat instead of the couple's son. It was Pronto who reportedly strangled the woman from behind. Sources say that the unemployed man was paid $50,000 and promised a trip to Trinidad for killing Sarjou. The woman disappeared at a time when she and her husband were engaged in a nasty court battle for their only son.